So the whole world seems to be clued now on the inflation figures. In India, the retail inflation numbers have come in tamer than expected, much lower. That is before the tariffs and all that start kicking in across the world. India will also be impacted, and besides, there is some increase in the vegetable and other prices in the month of August. Also, with the various festivals going on, the Shravan is fasting, but then there are some vegetables which look to be in very high demand. So all these things will start reflecting the inflation numbers that's expected in due course. In the United States, the stock futures little change today as investors prepare for a fresh inflation report. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average have slipped 17 points or less than 0.1 percentage. Nasdaq and S&P futures are down 0.1 percentage respectively. Investors are focused on the July consumer price index report, hoping to gather potential insight into how the Federal Reserve will handle the short-term interest rates, especially as the S&P 500 hovers near an all-time high. That's done exceptionally well over the last 2 months. Economists polled by Dow Jones expect the index to advance 0.2 percentage month over month in the month of July and 2.8 percentage on an annualized basis. So-called core CPI, which strips out food and energy from the reading, is expected to climb 0.3 percentage month over month and 3 percentage year over year. The report comes as traders weigh the latest developments on the tariff front. President Donald Trump said on Monday that he would extend a 90-day pause on higher levies on Chinese goods. Investors seem to be betting on the upcoming interest rate cuts and counting on them to counteract the drag from tariffs. But probably it is too early to make this kind of an assumption. The degree of tariff impacts and how long they will take to work through the economy remains open. In the meantime, the high equity valuations may heighten the impact that any negative developments take place on stock returns. Wall Street will also parse on Thursday's Producer Price Index, the PPI numbers, for a reading on wholesale inflation. Both the reports come ahead of the Federal Reserve's Jackson Hole meeting at the end of August, ahead of the central bank's September policy meeting. All in all, this promises to be a really exciting period, not only for the US stock markets, but across the world. So, a lot of action, both upside and downside, you will see. And market is currently pricing in a nearly 87% chance of a rate cut next month, as per trading data from the CME's FedWatch tool. But don't forget that the inflation numbers have still not factored in the impact of tariffs. It is anybody's conjecture as to when this will start getting factored in. But there will be a certain point of time when these will start reflecting in inflation numbers, and that may come as a heavy knock on the stock markets. They can plummet at that point of time. To get to know where the markets are headed from here for the US markets, please join our Prime Plus Telegram group. And for the Indian markets, you can join Premium Plus, which gives you long 10 to 12 days predictions of the Indian markets and also gives you good multi-bagger recommendations. For both, you can WhatsApp us on 982-086-1044. Happy investing. Have a nice day.